Hey gamers, welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose. My name is XONEVANT, and today we're going to be talking about the Road to series. Now, a lot of you guys know about the series already if you're a long-time subscriber. Last year we launched this show, and I say we because I didn't actually come up with the show. Sanad did. He's one of our subscribers and a good friend of mine. He basically came up with the show, and he passed it along to me, and I got his permission to actually put it into place. And so he is the co-creator of this show. And basically it's a show where I take you guys through a game from start to finish while I'm showing you how to get all the unlocks in the game. So it's a chronological strategy guide, if you will. I mean, imagine if you went down and bought like a $20, guide, like a Prima guide or a Brady guide, and you read the whole thing through and you play the game. It's that same process, except it's put into video form, and it's totally chronological. So it's basically like you're playing the game with me, and I'm showing you how to get everything out. So it's a little bit different than what I do now on the channel, which is where I just basically show you all 50 unlocks, or as many unlocks as I can possibly get out of a game within the time frame that I have. And you key search it in on YouTube and you put in the name of the unlock and my video shows up and you click it. It's a little bit different than that. This is a show that if you're a die-hard trophy hunter and you're a die-hard achievement hunter and all you care about is getting trophies and achievements, this is the show that you want to watch right here. Because you would basically buy your game, you'd wait for me to put up the first episode or whatever, and then you would play the video and you'd play along with me. We would kind of play the game together, if you will, until we get to the end. So feel free to go back and look at last year's show. I did Uncharted 3, I did Medal of Honor, and I did Assassin's Creed 3 last year. You can kind of see where I'm going with the show. I am going to make a couple of tweaks to the show, and I'll explain that in just a second, but the premise of the show is pretty much the same. Alright, so let's talk about some of the changes. Well, the first change that I want to make to the show is the way that it's titled. Like if you go and you look at the old playlist now, what you're going to see is, like Uncharted 3, Road to Platinum, Episode 1, or whatever, right? The problem with that is that to the outside viewer, to somebody who's not subscribed to the channel, they may not quite understand what that is. It may look too much like a Let's Play. So if they're looking for trophies online and they see my video and they see that title, they're going to just pass over it because to them, it just looks like I said, it just looks like a Let's Play. So what can I do to make it kind of stand out? Well, the way that it's going to be titled now is it's going to say Road to Completion, Uncharted 3 or whatever the game is, and then it's going to say Steps 1 through 26. Something to that effect, okay? Because the way that I write my strategy guides, a lot of you guys know this already, I think, that I write my own guides for the games that I play. And the way that I write them is basically like step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. It's kind of like a bullet, like bullet points. And so that's how I'm going to structure the videos. So I'm not going to really break them down by the episodes. Like if there's 12 chapters in a game, it's not like there's going to be 12 videos. You see what I mean? Because the videos become really lengthy. So I'm just going to break them down into steps, and I think that's going to be a whole lot cleaner. And to the outside viewer, they're gonna kind of go, oh, steps 1 through 26. What's this video about? And it'll help them to understand that it's not a Let's Play. So the next thing that I want to change is the way that it looks. If you go back and you look at the other ones, what was happening is that I was having to create from scratch a customized graphic template for all those games, and that stuff takes a while. And if you're me and you're looking at a schedule that's coming out in the fall like I am, there's like 10 or 11 games that I really want to play. There's just no way that I can spend that amount of time customizing that many templates because they take 3 to 5 days to do. So I have to come up with a way, kind of like with the Daily Dose, where it looks different, even though it's the same, but it's still kind of customized. But it makes it really easy for me to just change the look of it and create like a whole new experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make a 3D, and I'm showing you on screen now what I mean, a 3D graphics template. You see what I mean? And it creates a more inviting space for you guys to watch. It's not 2D, so it doesn't seem as imposing, and it's just more welcoming. And I think it just adds to the level of quality of the video. And then what I can do with this template, and I'll show you this right now, is I can add graphics to it to make it feel like it's Uncharted 3 or Gears of War or some other game, right? I can add graphics into it. Now all these are rough cuts, what I'm showing you. Nothing's finished yet, but you get the idea. For me on my end, it's a real simple way to just drag and drop some images, move some stuff around, and create a whole new experience for you guys to watch. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the opening title sequence. This will be the first thing that you see when you watch the show. It'll just say Square One Games presents Road to Completion 4, the name of the game. And then you'll also see which episode it is and how many steps there are. So steps 1 through 22 or whatever. Then the next thing you're going to see is some drop down boxes that happen. You're seeing that on screen right now. And there's going to be an unlock presentation where you see the word unlocks. It'll kind of go through all the unlocks that I'm going to be showing you in that particular video so that you know what they are. And that way, if you don't want to watch that particular video, you'll know to go ahead and move on to the next one. And the one thing that you're not seeing in this slide right yet is the arrows. I want to have arrows on the right and the left, and that way if you go, you know what, I don't really need to see these steps, I need to move on to another step, you would just click on that and it would just take you to a whole nother video where you're actually in like part 2 of the show. And then I'll also have one, maybe if there's puzzles in the game, you might see these same drop down boxes, but instead of saying unlocks, it'll say puzzles. And I'll basically be telling you which puzzles we're going to solve. So remember, it's all like, it's kind of like reading a roadmap, you know what I mean? You know, you go here, you make a left. That would almost be like step 1. You know, I would tell you, hey, you know, we need to go over here and then talk to this person. That would be maybe step 1. And then I would just take you through the game step by step. And these boxes will tell you which steps we're going to be covering. All right, and then now we're going to get into the actual video display. Now this one still needs a lot of work. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do this, but I know that I want to put the screen probably on the right hand side like I normally do, and then maybe on the left I want to have like another box, maybe the information from the game with maybe all the unlocks listed again. Haven't really figured this out yet. Again, all this stuff is kind of rough cut, so you guys are kind of getting to see like behind the scenes, but I thought it was important for me to show you guys this because I know a lot of you guys really love this show, and I just want to, you know, let you know that I'm working on it and kind of how it's going to look in concept. And then now I'm just showing you kind of what the outro would look like. It's just got my YouTube channel and my logo there. So that's kind of that. So that pretty much takes care of the road to completion as far as the graphics are concerned. Hopefully you guys got a pretty cool little glimpse into what I'm trying to put together, kind of like a behind the scenes. Pretty quick video today. But I will be showing you the personal play template in the next couple of days. I'm actually finishing that up right now. And then I also have another template that I'm going to be showing you guys as well. It's probably going to be about a week or so. It's called the Vault, and I'll explain more of that when we get there. These 3 shows are key on the channel. I think they're going to really improve the experience that you guys have on the channel, and it's going to help me segregate some of what I'm doing on the channel, because what's happening right now is some of this stuff is overlapping. You see what I mean? And the hardest part is trying to keep everything kind of separate and in its own world. That way, if you're a viewer that likes one thing, you don't have to watch stuff twice. You know, if you want to just see the road to completion, bam, that's where you go. You know, if you want to see just a regular unlock video, then I have another place that you go. You see what I mean? So that I don't make you watch the content twice. And that's been my hardest challenge, trying to put all these shows together, is trying not to make it overlap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in tomorrow's Daily Dose. You guys be good.